Okay, so you've heard these words, right? AI, machine learning, deep learning, they're everywhere. And honestly, people mix them up all the time. It gets super confusing. But stick with me, because over the next few minutes, we're going to nail this down for good. I promise.
Okay, let's dive right in. And to make this super simple, I want you to imagine a giant tree. Let's call it the tree of intelligence. Every single part of this tree is going to help us solve this puzzle.
All right, first up, let's just step back and look at the whole thing. The huge trunk, the roots digging deep, every single leaf and branch. This entire tree that represents the big, granddaddy idea of them all, artificial intelligence.
So here's the first thing you gotta get. AI isn't something, you know? It's not a single robot or a specific app. It's the whole field. It's the dream, the big ambitious goal of making machines that can think and act smart, just like we do.
And this is a perfect way to think about it. It's like the word transportation. If I say I work in transportation, what does that mean? I could be flying a plane, designing a car, maybe even building a train. They're all totally different jobs, right? But they're all part of that one big category. Well, AI is just like that. It's this huge umbrella with tons of different ways to try and make machines intelligent.
Okay, so now I want you to focus on one of the biggest, strongest branches growing right out of that main AI trunk. This branch is machine learning. And this is where things get really interesting. This was a total game changer.
It all came down to this one revolutionary question. What if, instead of trying to write a million lines of code with rules for every little thing, what if we could just let the machine learn from examples? That's it. That's the big idea behind ML.
Just look at the difference here. The old way, you'd program a rule like, hey, if an email has the word lottery in it, it's spam. Simple, right? But what happens when spammers just stop using that word? The system breaks. Now the machine learning way, what your spam filter actually does is different. It's seen millions of spam emails. It doesn't just look for one word, it learns the patterns, the weird tone, the shady links, that sense of urgency. And the crazy part, it gets smarter with every single piece of spam you get.
So here's the key takeaway for ML. It is absolutely brilliant at finding patterns in nice, neat, organized data. Think massive spreadsheets. That's how a company like Walmart can look at years of sales data and figure out exactly how many bags of chips to have in stock for the Super Bowl. It saves them a fortune.
Okay, so we're still on the machine learning branch, but now we're zooming in on this one special sub-branch. A sub-branch that has basically gone wild in the last decade. This is deep learning. Think of it as the supercharged, turbocharged version.
So what's its secret? Well, it's inspired by the most complex thing we know, the human brain. Deep learning uses something called neural networks, which are these really complex, layered systems that are kind of modeled after how our own brain cells are connected. And that structure lets it learn in a way that's way more sophisticated.
Okay, now this slide right here is the absolute game changer. You see, traditional machine learning loves structured data, neat rows and columns in a spreadsheet. But deep learning, it can handle the messy stuff, the chaotic, unstructured data that makes up like 80% of our world. We're talking about images, videos, raw text, and audio.
You literally use this every single day when you unlock your phone. Think about it. Your face isn't a spreadsheet. It's messy, unstructured data. You can't write a rule for it. But deep learning makes Face ID work because it's learned the idea of your face so well that it doesn't care if you're wearing glasses, if the lighting is bad, or if you got a new haircut. It still knows it's you. It's incredible.
And it's the same deal out on the road. This is what allows a self-driving car to actually see the world. It's taking in this constant stream of video, which is just total unstructured chaos, and making sense of it in real time. It can tell the difference between a pedestrian and a lamppost, a red light and a brake light. It's navigating that unpredictable, messy reality.
And its potential is just mind-blowing. In healthcare, deep learning systems can look at millions of medical scans, and they start to spot these tiny, subtle patterns in an X-ray that might signal a disease, patterns so small that even a highly trained doctor might miss them. We're talking about a tool that can see things invisible to the human eye.
Okay, so we've gone from the big tree trunk all the way to its most advanced branches. We've talked about the what, but now let's get to the most important question. Why? Why does any of this actually matter to you? Because honestly, understanding this difference isn't just for tech geeks anymore. It's essential for everyone.
So if you're going to remember one thing, make it this. AI is the big picture, the goal. Machine learning is the main method we use to get there, by learning from data. And deep learning? That's the modern superpower that lets machines handle all that messy real-world data.
And this is the answer to the question everyone's been asking. Why can AI suddenly write articles, create incredible art, and have conversations? It's because deep learning finally cracked the code on unstructured data. It gave machines the ability to understand human language, to see images, to hear sound. That's the whole reason we have things like ChatGPT.
Look, this isn't just academic stuff. Knowing this helps you in real life. It lets you set the right expectations for these tools. You'll know what they're good at, and, just as importantly, where their weaknesses are. It helps you avoid over-trusting them, and it lets you actually use them in a meaningful way at your job.
So, to really lock this in, here's a little challenge for you. Just think about your day. Where did you see the big goal of AI? Where did you see the method of machine learning at work? And where did you see the superpower of deep learning? Because I guarantee you, once you start looking for it, you'll see this tree and all its branches absolutely everywhere.